mislimo da moramo negdje konkretno da odemo da bi nešto dali, a ne shvatamo da u svakom trenutku i na svakom koraku nam se pokazuje neka prilika da možemo nešto da uradimo. Makar neki dekica kisno na autobuskoj stanici i možemo usput da ga pokupimo i povezamo do grada. Znači, u svakom trenutku možemo, to su neke stvari koje svakodnevno zaboravljamo i sitnice koje možemo non stop da radimo, ali mi uvek mislimo da moramo negdje konkretno da odemo nešto da radimo. Znači, nije to bitno. Fokusiramo se na nesebično davanje svuda oko nas. Tako da samo sam to dala konstatujem, došla mi je pa sam da kažem. Na engleskom.
Okay, do you want me to?
Okay, I can say. So, one thing that I realized with me, I always think, okay, where can I go somewhere to give something? Okay, what can I do now? I have to go there and feed some people, or I have to go there and do this to help them. But I didn't see that I can actually help in every moment, even if it's like going to town with my car, picking up somebody, some stranger, and asking if he needs a ride or some help, or a grandpa or grandmother.
Well, in India, definitely.
Yeah, and I didn't realize these things, that in every moment I can serve, that I don't have to go, that I have the opportunity to serve, and I don't have to go somewhere to give and do. And that's something that I think we all forget daily, on a daily basis, that even just helping a grandma across the street is something that we can do to help. Yeah. And that's also serving. So.
It's an attitude. Means always you are thinking, what can I do for the world? That's about it.
Evo da skratim, to je zapravo stav. A taj stav je šta još mogu da uradim za ovaj svijet.
I don't know whether I told you here. One time, myself and Devi we were walking in Belgrade, and she said she's terribly hungry. I wasn't hungry, so I said, you buy whatever you want, I'll wait outside the shop. When I was waiting outside, it's near the traffic light, and there were cars parked, and one old man was going and tapping at the window, asking for something, and it was very cold. Nobody was bringing the glass down and giving him anything. And once the traffic moves, he comes back and sits down. He cannot even walk, his legs were swollen. I mean, he was walking as if it's very painful. I was watching him, and then he was going again and tapping at the window. Nobody gives him anything. He comes back. And this was going on. So I went inside, I told Devi, whatever you're buying, buy another set. Then she asked me, oh, you became hungry suddenly? I said, yes. Then she brought food. I gave this food to him. And then then this guy told Devi, right from morning, I did not eat anything. This is almost 2 p.m. Right from morning, nobody gave anything. And said it's cold, but he didn't lose hope that something will come. And we gave it to him. I'm not saying that about the pride or anything, but I'm saying that if you look around, you will see people who deserve something. Just have to keep your eyes open. You know, don't just go blind in the street with a kind of specific thing. Always have 360-degree vision. It's worth it, so that you know what's going around. And sometimes you will know that the hunger gets transferred. You know, when you look at a person, you know that that person is hungry. You know, it's very simple. We are all interconnected. We are all related. The whole universe, everything is related. We'll start seeing this, we'll start feeling it. I'll tell you another story. Lord Shiva doesn't eat food until the whole world has eaten, because he cannot consume until everybody has eaten food. So everybody in Kailas and all the people have eaten, so Mother Parvati came and told him, now you can eat, no problem, everybody has had food. Shiva said, no, I can hear the hunger of somebody, I can feel the hunger of somebody. So Mother Parvati said, no, we have fed everybody. I'm guaranteeing you, all people have already had food. He said, go to the kitchen, open the bottle where you kept sugar, you will find something. So she went to the kitchen, opened the box where they have kept sugar. There was no sugar in the box, but one ant was stuck in there. You know, sugar is finished, but the ant is stuck in there, and it's hungry. And Shiva was feeling that hunger. He could not eat food because this fellow is hungry. You know, you become the universe. Everybody's hunger becomes yours. Then you realize all are one. There's no separation. You know, the moment you realize there is no husband, wife, friend, relative, father, mother, everybody are everybody, then you're fine. Then you understand life. Otherwise, we are just putting people in cubicles. This is my husband, this is my wife, this is my child, this is my sister, brother, father, grandfather. Like this, you know, all frames. And then what happens? That guy doesn't deserve food, he's a terrible guy. This person. See, we put people in frames and we categorize them and we judge them. Instead, we remove all the frames. You are the father, mother, lover, friend, everything. And you just feel life. What happens? Imagine how it will feel. You have no boundaries or barriers. You are looking at a person as a person, like you, your own reflection. You are not categorizing anybody. There is no categorization. Everything is relative. When a person is standing next to his wife, he is a husband. When he is standing next to the child, he is a father. When he is standing in front of a shop, he is a buyer. This is how life works. You know? So, if you remove all the categorizations, you look at the person as a person, you will feel the same thing. Otherwise, mind is prejudiced. Mind has put a mask. Through the mask you are seeing. You cannot see truth. You cannot feel life.
Krenut ćemo sa kraja. Kaže da mi često imamo tendenciju da stavljamo ljude u te neke okvire i da kažemo evo, ovo je meni otac, ovo mi je majka, ovo mi je brat, sestra, najbolja drugarica i tako dalje. I šta onda posle radimo? Kaže da onda biramo, ok, ovo je dobra osoba, ovo je tu dam, ovo je nervira, ovo je dosadan je i ovo je neka ostane gladan ili ovo je užasan i tako dalje. A u suštini ne treba to da radimo, nego mi smo svi jedno, mi smo svi međusobno povezani. Jer isto ta jedna osoba je nekome otac, nekome je sin, kada je na poslu, onda je zaposleni, kada je ispred prodavnice, onda je kupac i tako dalje. Suština je da smo svi međusobno povezani. Dalje, te dve priče, prva je kada je on sa Devi u Beogradu šetao oko 2 sata popodne i Devi je rekla da je gladna. Pošto on nije bio gladan, rekao je da uđe u prodavnicu i da uzme nešto za sebe. I dok je ona kupovala u prodavnici, on je stajao je ispred i posmatrao je ljude oko sebe i video je jednog čoveka koji na ulici prosi, kada je crveno na semaforu, on dođe do auta i onako kuca u prozor i čeka onako očajno da mu neko da neki novac ili hranu i onda kada se upali zeleno svetlo, on stane sa strane, onako jedan stari čovek natekne mu noge i kada je Mohanđi njega video, ušao je u prodavnicu i rekao je Devi, šta god da kupuješ, kupi duplo. I ona je pogledala onako da se to odjednom ogladnao, kada da, jesam. I kada su izašli, on je dao je tu hranu tom čoveku i taj čovek je rekao da on do sada, do tog trenutka nije ništa pojao. Tu kaže Mohanđi da smo svi povezani i da kada osetimo to jedinstvo, mi možemo čak da osetimo tuđu glad. I da li isto primjer druge priče, odnosno Boga Šive, koji nikad naravno ne jede dok svi nisu nahranjeni, tako je na Kajlašu svi su ručali i onda je Parvati, njegova žena, došla i rekla ok, sada su svi nahranjeni, sada možeš ti da jedeš. I ona je rekla ne, neko nije nahranjen. I ona kaže, proverila sam, svi su jeli. A ona je rekla, ne, ja osjećam da neko ovde nije jeo. I onda je rekao, idi u kuhinju i otvori, pogledaj na polici, stoji tegla. I otvori teglu i vidjet ćeš ko je u njoj. I onda je otišla u kuhinju i u teriju od šećera, gde je pre bio šećer, je ostao jedan mrav zatvoren i nije bilo više šećera i on je Šiva i ostavio tog mrava da je gladan. Znači, zaključak ove priče je da smo svi međusobno povezani. Kada osetimo to jedinstvo, onda nema razlike među nama, ne stavljamo ljude u te okvire, sve delimo i dajemo kako bismo za sebe, tako bismo i drugima.
I look at people as karmic beings. You know, I don't see people. When I see somebody, I see the karmic infrastructure. I give what is right for that. You know, I deliver what is right karmically. I do not have emotions, or I do not have any kind of perhaps socio-moral bindings, frames. I look at a person, okay, this person deserves this thing. I deliver that. So, every moment for me is completion. I only look at completion. It's a karmic completion, we do it. If it is not, if you suppress something, if you don't do something, if you stagnate, if you don't deliver, karmic completion doesn't take place. Then it's kept pending. When something is kept pending, you have to come back and repeat it. Whenever you postpone something, it's not gone, it's kept pending. Please remember, whatever you think, oh, I can do it later, it is just an agenda shifted. It's not gone from the system. Understand this very clearly. What you have to do now, even if it is giving money to a beggar who is asking, if you want to give right away, right now. If you think I can give tomorrow, maybe tomorrow never happens. If it never happens, you will have to come back and do this, just for the sake of delivering money to a beggar. This is how life works. I look at people, what can I give them? I give them 100%. I don't keep it for tomorrow. I have no idea whether I'll be alive tomorrow to give it. Why should I keep something pending for another time? Whenever we keep something pending, understand it's your mind working. Mind is confused and mind believes that there is a tomorrow. You know my favorite story, where Lord Krishna and Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandavas, were in the battlefield. They were in the battlefield and they were looking at how many people died that day. It was Dharma war, war of Dharma. Dharma war means they fight only between sunrise and sunset. After sunset, all the arms are kept down. No war. So, evening, but still there is light, so they were going around seeing how many people died, what happened, what damage happened, etc. While they were walking, one beggar came and asked Yudhishthira, the king to be, I'm hungry, can you give me some money? So Yudhishthira checked his wallet. He didn't take any wallet because he has come to the battlefield with Lord Krishna. He looked at the beggar and said, come tomorrow, I'll give you money. Hearing this, Krishna started laughing. He was rolling on the floor and laughing. So Yudhishthira said, I never cracked a joke, why are you laughing? He said, we are standing in the battlefield. There is a war tomorrow. You are definitely confident you will be here tomorrow to give this beggar the money. I am not confident. An avatar is saying he is not confident, he will be alive tomorrow to serve that beggar. But an ignorant person is heavily confident. I will give you money tomorrow. Standing in the battlefield, knowing there is a battle tomorrow. This is the way we are. This is how we operate. We promise things. Oh, come again next week, I'll give you. Next week, how do you know whether you are alive to give? You give now. Important lesson to understand. If you want to do something, do it then. Tomorrow, if it happens, good enough. If it doesn't happen, you have completed your task. I look at life like this. I live my life like this. If somebody comes to me, I fill them up. Tomorrow, I don't know whether I'll meet them. I have no idea. I have never said I will live so long. Then why do we keep promises which we cannot deliver? Even if it is a promise to a child, I'll buy you a toffee. Buy the toffee and give the toffee, finish. You know? Oh, it's a child, it's okay. Maybe the child will forget. But the ether doesn't forget. You know? It's written. When you say something, it's written. Second level of creation. First level of creation, thought. Second is word. Third is action. So, when you say, I will do, it's written. You must do. You must do.
Znači, pre svega kaže da ako treba nešto da uradimo u ovom trenutku, da uradimo to odmah i da ne odlažemo uopšte ni za sutra, ni za naredni trenutak, jer nikad ne znamo gdje ćemo biti sutra. I da li ćemo imati mogućnost da ispunimo to, zato što ako se nešto ne ispuni, onda to počne, onda nam bukvalno onako visi, ako se to ne ispuni ni danas, ni sutra, ni preko sutra, onda umremo i moramo da dođemo u novi život da bismo ispunili to što smo rekli da ćemo ispuniti, pa makar to bilo i da nahranimo prosjaka. Kaže, on ljude ne gleda kao ljude, nego kao karmička bića i on vidi, kada pogleda čoveka, on vidi infrastrukturu karme. On može naravno da vidi sve prethodne živote, ali kada on nama nešto kaže da treba da uradimo ili nam nešto da, tačno postoji razlog zašto on to radi. Čak i ako nas dotakne ili nas pogleda, bukvalno jedan ovako dodir, on sve, ali sve radi sa razlogom. Ako nas zagrli, ako nam nešto kaže, ako nas pogleda, ako nam nešto da, apsolutno sve radi sa razlogom i to ne, on nema ni emocije, nema nikakve vezanosti, on apsolutno sve vidi na osnovu te karme i njegov cilj je ispunjenje te karme. Jer ako se ne ispuni, onda dolazi do tog odlaganja i dolazi do novih života. Samo da, šta je na kraju?
Priča o Krišne i...
Da, znači ima ta priča Boga Krišne i jednog budućeg kralja kada su išli na bojno polje i to je bio rat, darmički rat, kada se ratovala samo između izlaska i zalaska sunca i kada zadnje sunce, onda svi ostavljaju svoje oružje i onda su pred svitanjem, pred dolazak sunca su oni išli po bojnom polju i gledali su koliko ima mrtvih i naišao je jedan prosjak koji je tražio tom kralju hrane ili novca i taj kralj je izvadio, gledao je u džepu da li ima novčanik i pošto su krenuli na bojno polje, shvatio da nije poneo novčanik i rekao mu je, ništa, nisam poneo novčanik, pa ti dođi sutra. I onda je Krišna, kaže, počeo toliko da se valja od smeha, jedan avatar je bukvalno se ismela tom čoveku koji živi u neznanju i u zabludi, koji stoji na bojnom polju i u toku je rat, a on veruje da će sutra imati tu priliku da nahrani tog čoveka, a ni taj avatar ne zna da li će sutra biti živ ili da li će moći da ispuni to obećanje. Znači, suština svega ovoga je da ispunimo i da uradimo ono što možemo u ovom trenutku i da ispunimo tu karmu i da ne odlažemo ništa nikada.
When we say we could not do something because of other people, first convince yourself before you tell other people what is the truth. 80% or 90% it will be you are afraid to break your comfort zones. You didn't want to go take the extra step. It's not other people. Other people are just a suggestion, but you decided you will stay within your comfort zone. This is what you will see.
Kada mi ne uradimo nešto, uglavnom mi koristimo taj izgovor da nismo radili to zbog drugih ljudi. A u 80% slučajeva je to zato što ne želimo da napustimo svoju komfortnu zonu. I malo pre sam se zaboravila da prevedem, kaže čak i ako treba da ispunimo neko obećanje koje smo dali detetu od 4-5 godina, pakovanje bombona da mu kupimo, mi mislimo to je kao dete, on će to da zaboravi. Ali ne, to je drugi stepen kreacije, odnosno imamo misao, reč i delo. Iako to dete možda zaboravi, etar zapamti. Tako da ako čak nešto kažemo, to moramo da ispunimo.
There are no other people. They are only all extensions of you. Otherwise, they will not come in front of you.
Ne postoje drugi ljudi, nego samo postoje naši nastavci i oni koji su pred nama. Oni su pred nama.
Clearly understand, there are no other people blocking you. They are all extensions of you. They have come to you because you wanted that reality. You produced that reality.
Jasno da razumemo da ljudi nas ne blokiraju, nego su oni naši nastavci i oni su došli u naš život zato što smo mi to birali i mi smo birali tu realnost.
Clear sign of tamas, inertia.
Jasan znak tamas, odnosno inercije.
Blaming other people is clear sign of inertia.
Taj tamas je jasan znak tamasa je kada okrivljujemo druge.
There are no other people. There is only you and multiple expressions of you.
Ne postoje drugi ljudi, već postojite vi i mnogobrojni izrazi vas samih.
Numerous expressions of you. And this is exactly what you're seeing. When you say somebody harmed you, somebody did good to you, somebody loved you, somebody cared for you, somebody hated you, these are all your extensions. You have produced them. You have created them. And why they come in front of you? Because you asked for this reality. Now don't complain.
Svi ti ljudi su zapravo iskazi vas samih i vaši nastavci. Ako kažete da vas je neko uvredio ili vas je neko iznervirao ili vas je neko nasmejao, neko vas voli, neko vas je učinio srećnim, to treba da shvatite da ste vi birali tu realnost, da ste vi birali da oni dođu u vaš život i da su to samo nastavci nas samih.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Jel razumete?
There is no need for complaining. It's non-understanding that makes you complain.
Nema potrebe za tim žaljenjem, complaining, koja je najbolja reč? Da, prigovaranjem i to prigovaranje je zapravo nerazumevanje.
If somebody has hurt you, somebody betrayed you, somebody loved you, somebody cared for you, all these are chosen by us before we came here. We have chosen whom will we meet, what flavor, what reality, what experience, and how much time. This we have chosen before you came here. And we cannot change it. We cannot change it while we are here. All that's happening in your life is chosen, including meeting a master and not recognizing him.
Ako vas neko uvredi, povredi, naškodi vam, ako vas neko voli, pazi, treba da shvatimo da smo to sve birali pre nego što smo došli u ovaj život. Pa makar to, da li to bili ljudi, čak i majstori, treba da znamo da smo mi njih birali.
Da ih ne prepoznamo.
Čak i da ih vidimo, da ih ne prepoznamo.
Da, često ih vidimo, ali ne prepoznajemo te majstore.